Imagine a world where everything you've ever dreamed of achieving, every goal you've set for yourself, every aspiration that burns inside of you, is right in front of you. But there's a catch. You can only have it if you're willing to go unnoticed, if you're willing to work in the shadows, without applause, without validation. How many of us are willing to do that? How many of us are willing to sacrifice the spotlight for the sake of true growth? That is the essence of working hard in silence. We live in an age where everyone wants instant results. Social media amplifies the pressure to showcase success and prove that we are making progress. We post every accomplishment, every step forward, every small victory, seeking likes and validation. But true greatness doesn't happen in public. It doesn't happen with an audience. It happens in the silence, in the stillness, when no one is watching, when no one is cheering. Think about a seed planted in the ground. Its growth is hidden beneath the soil. For days, weeks, sometimes months, there is no sign of life above the surface. But deep within the soil, that seed is working, stretching, strengthening, laying roots, preparing for the day when it will finally break through the surface. The most critical part of the growth process happens where no one can see. The same is true for us. The most important work we do will always be behind the scenes, in those moments of quiet determination, when it's just you and your goal. The question is, are you willing to do the work when no one is clapping for you? Are you willing to wake up early, stay up late, give up distractions and grind, knowing that recognition may not come today, next week, or even next year? It's easy to work hard when people are watching. It's easy to stay motivated when you know someone is acknowledging your efforts. But the real test of your character, your commitment, your grit, is what you do when the lights are off, when there's no one around to pat you on the back or tell you how great you are. In fact, the ones who master their craft in silence are the ones who shock the world when they finally step out into the light. Think of some of the most successful individuals in history. You didn't hear about them when they were putting in the late-night hours, when they were failing over and over again, learning, adjusting, grinding in solitude. But when they emerged, their success seemed sudden, their brilliance unexpected. That's because they were working when everyone else was sleeping. They were preparing in the quiet, while the world was busy being distracted. Look at athletes like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. They didn't become legends because they craved attention or applause. They became legends because behind closed doors, they were the first ones in the gym and the last ones to leave. The real victories happened long before the championships. It was the silent hours of practice, the thousands of free throws when no cameras were watching, that prepared them for greatness. But it's not just athletes. Steve Jobs didn't announce every idea he had. He worked in silence, developing, crafting, perfecting his vision until it was ready for the world. When Apple released a product, it wasn't just an announcement. It was a shockwave because the work had been done quietly, diligently, with a focus on excellence, not applause. The beauty of working hard in silence is that the results will speak for themselves. You don't have to tell anyone what you're doing. You don't have to broadcast your progress. In fact, sometimes it's better if you don't. Stay low, stay focused, and let your success do the talking. When you work in silence, you're building discipline. You're training your mind and body to focus on the process, not the outcome. And when the time is right, when you're ready to step into the light, people will notice. They'll see the results of your effort, and they'll be amazed. But you won't be, because you knew what it took to get there. You knew about the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the moments of doubt that you had to push through. You'll understand that the real reward wasn't the applause or the recognition. It was the transformation that happened within you while no one was watching. So if you want to achieve something great, if you want to leave a mark, you need to get comfortable with being invisible for a while. You need to learn to love the grind, the quiet hours of preparation, the moments when it feels like no one is paying attention, because that's when you're truly growing. That's when you're laying the foundation for your success. Success is not about making noise, it's about making moves. It's about putting your head down and doing the work, day in and day out, even when no one is around to witness it. It's about believing in yourself so deeply that you don't need anyone else's validation. The world will always try to pull you into the spotlight before you're ready. People will try to rush you into showing your hand. But resist the urge, protect your process, guard your growth, let your silence be your strength. Remember, the ones who work hard in silence are the ones who make the loudest noise when the time comes. Keep your head down, keep grinding, keep pushing. And one day, when you finally step into the light, the world won't just see your success, they'll feel it, because while they were watching, you were working, and that is how greatness is built.